there is some news we're going to be talking about very soon, specifically about the Division 2's next expansion. So myself and some people from our Discord, namely Nimbus, formerly Abrupt, now Nimbus, did a cool
Oh, he
little
changed
rebrand.
the name to Nimbus.
Me and Nimbus were hanging out in.
So you wouldn't have known that
in the Division 2.
if you hadn't played with him.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I was saying
If he changed his name and didn't
Fear
tell
the
you.
Beard. He didn't
Oh,
fucking
right,
tell
yeah,
me.
he didn't tell you.
He's
Right.
just coming in, just
Exactly.
randomly joining my game. He's
Exactly.
like, everything's cool, man.
Well, me and I almost called him Abrupt. Me and Nimbus do a lot of we do Destiny together. We've done
Where is he from?
Temtem together.
How do we know Nimbus?
I don't want to go into that, but he's from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I don't
But
wanna go
like he knows us.
We know. We know.
Oh, okay.
There are
Because he just showed up, and I'm like, who is it? He's just hanging out now.
there's less degrees to him than Kevin Bacon. If you play that game, 6 degrees.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I know. What you mean.
Kevin Bacon.
I follow.
Yeah.
I follow.
It's close.
Um,
But no, he's a cool dude, and we were jamming, and we were actually playing the Division 2 because he
I
has never
I
played
reinstalled it, by the way.
Fantastic.
It is reinstalled.
Yeah. He's never played it. We're doing his story missions, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I've been away from this game literally since like the first 2 weeks of launch. Gone. Like I bought that game, and I was yelling.
Yeah,
this.
you bought it
I was
early.
yelling this is like a meme in my chat stream the other day. But I bought the game for $100 US so that I could get early access to all of the expansions and all the seasonal content because I thought this was going to be a thing. We were going to be Division 2 streamers, and everyone was super hyped on it.
I mean, look, I
And
was
then-
right there with you.
I know.
No joke.
I heard that phrase
Everybody,
uttered.
us, as well as the larger broadcast community, thought the Division 2
Was going to be a Destiny hunter, right?
and then the game hit, and it for a while it was everything we wanted.
You guys
everything
were on that.
we
Dick.
needed.
You were right on it.
Right on it,
Right on the
squarely
balls.
on it.
Division
the
2
dick of the
gets
balls.
its leveling.
Sat and spin on the Division dick.
Yeah, we
right?
were all in on it.
But then the problem,
The
problem
yeah,
is that the game did not have methods to keep you playing the game in
not
ways
well
that
enough.
felt good.
Not like how Destiny likes to do it, right? Where they
That's
keep
what I was
you
going to say. In
they
ways
keep
that
a loot
didn't-
treadmill
that
out
didn't
there
feel like Destiny.
that feels like rewarding, right?
It had a couple problems. I know you have a big problem with the loot and how
Well,
the loot was managed.
Here's the thing: the leveling, perfect, right? You're constantly replacing. You're swapping out gear. Oh, this is a higher level. This is a better than my other gun. But once you hit that level cap wall, everything changes. You're hoarding weapons like a maniac.
When you got your specialization, you mean?
Yep.
That
correct,
part.
yeah. When you hit that section, well, then it becomes. Do you mind if I?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna transition
ahead.
back in, but go on finish your thought.
The current problem, this does relate to the news slightly,
Yeah.
right? The problem that I have with it is once you hit that level cap, what happens to the loot is it requires you to hoard all these guns with different perks, right? So you can recalibrate them and stick them on your other guns that are better. The game doesn't tell you clearly which things are important, and it doesn't dictate how your stats are increasing well enough, right? It doesn't communicate it well enough. So what the problem ends up happening is you have all these guns, and not to mention it's the same it's like the Anthem problem. You have like 50 M4s, right? You got 50 submachine guns, and
Wasn't there like a thing in the upper left-hand corner that like told you
gear score? Yeah, there's a gear score. And for sure you would weigh those, but like then the problem is this high gear score weapon becomes, but I like the perks on this one better. This one has all the stats that I've already put on
Well,
it.
I thought it did something even better than that. Like it told you maybe in the screen of the gun if this was going to be a more beneficial gun.
In which game are you talking about?
You know what? I'm thinking of Borderlands.
Well, here,
Let's back
you're
up.
thinking of Borderlands. Okay.
So
So
you know how Borderlands did it? Borderlands 3?
they have a gear score too. They did it like the
But
same
no,
way.
they had like a thing that said, "Don't even bother with other shit."
Yes,
This
it,
shit
it,
is
it was
cool.
it was a
Better, yeah.
simple it was a
Yeah.
simple green and red, right? That's what they
maybe,
did. They did
maybe.
that. But the problem was high gear score items weren't always as good as the low low gear score items could sometimes be better because of the certain perks and certain
Right.
things that and it was a mess. Go ahead.
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
So all that is true and valid, but that's what I call a real specific micro problem.
I don't
of-
think that's
of
a
the
micro
game.
problem.
Well, again,
Because again, you have exotics that aren't viable and impossible to find at some points. You don't have anything you're working toward personally. There's no
I don't
treadmill.
want to drive down this road too hard.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I get it, and I'm not dissing the
But
problem.
it adds into the problem that was the end
It does.
game,
It does.
right?
I want to form this
Yeah.
thought so I can explain what I mean when I say that.
Go ahead.
I feel like players didn't even get that far because the game got incredibly boring to play before you started down that road.
the world
with
tiers.
the world tiers.
Yes.
Yeah. And because then you had to do these things.
100% agree.
You had to do these things in tandem, right? Managing all this gear that now became, as you just explained, incredibly complicated and not easy to deal with. And then you had the prospect of having to literally just
Do everything.
nothing, but do everything you just did again.
Yeah.
Harder.
4 times or 5 times. You got 4
Something
more
like that.
times to get to World Tier 5. You have to do all that just again. And like I looked down that gauntlet and I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
I never
really
finished it
at
either.
all.
Well, just so you know, it's exactly the same problem with State of Decay 2. When you get to the end, you just restart and do it all over again. That's exactly the problem Diamond had with the Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. He said, all you do is you play over the whole game again with a debuff.
Gross.
So why are developers doing this? Why do they think we like this?
They're forcing replayability.
Yeah,
right?
I was
In
gonna say.
some
I think
form.
it's. I mean, artificial. I think it's too aggressive of a word, but like you're just inflating your game's length essentially. Like you have to do all of this before
By not putting the work in, though.
before you're done or before you're getting to the end game. Air quotes.
Why does Destiny do it so right? What are they doing? Because they are using a lot of similar things. You're replaying missions. You're replaying Nightfalls. You're doing all these things. Are things you've done multiple times.
That is true.
In my opinion, I think it's because while all these are loot games, Destiny is reward specific in that you have multiple ways to get the same kind of rewards. So it's up to the player to choose what interests them the most to get certain levels of rewards or certain tiers of rewards. And even beyond that, you're not repeating the same pattern. In the Division 2, it was there are 4 strongholds, do all the strongholds, now the world is reset. Do the strongholds,
New sets of
the
gear,
world's reset.
right? Like in
in
up
this,
the gear.
like you hop into like Destiny has literally playlists, so it shuffles up your experience. You can play any of these missions; they're all under the same category. Do 3, then you get a powerful reward, which will be better than what you have. You don't want to do that? Cool. Play Crucible. Shoot some other players. Every rank up, you'll get a powerful reward.
And I would even argue because of the way Destiny gives out weapons, it almost seems like, oh, I got this weapon. I have a new weapon that I know I can use and I can enjoy. Division made it a little bit more difficult
honestly,
to appreciate the weapons.
Again, in Destiny,
Right.
for simplicity's sake, the gun has a power level, just like all your gear does. So you just immediately understand the power level. This is higher, lower, same, better. And then there's perks. There's just literally things that say what the gun does. And some people don't like the fact that Destiny doesn't show a lot of numbers when they're talking about their perks. Like their perks will say increases damage, stacks up to 3 times, but they won't say like gives you 10%.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah,
which
I
again,
know
can be annoying.
that is a purpose. That's the thing they've done purposely.
Purposefully, yeah.
For
because
the simplicity
Because
of,
when you see all those things thrown right in your face, like you do in The Division and a lot of other games, it can turn off, let's call them casual players.
Yeah.
It can turn off
it
people
becomes a
from diving into
spreadsheet
that.
simulator.
Right, exactly.
I know
Which-
for a fact from my own personal experience that it's UI. It's exactly what you're talking about.
And all these games have, like, that's the baseline, right? They all are essentially stat-based and driven games. I think Destiny does it nice because you hide it and you don't make it too messy. And then you also
such a better UI.
you create this culture that exists because of that in the terms of like YouTube creators. Like people can make videos and literal whole content off of what's this perk doing? How are these numbers actually affecting my gameplay?
Right.
Which can suck that you have to go out of your game to learn that, but can give people entire like careers.
Sure.
So it's
and then it gives the users somewhere to like go online and see
yeah,
people
and
talking
interact.
about
I
it.
mean that can be a whole other
Division
episode.
had a whole bunch of community like that too.
Oh, for sure.
Skill
for
Up
sure.
started as a Division person.
Yeah, and the same thing happened where you need people to kind of hold your hand and guide you through what some of the best combinations are, what do these perks do. That is perfectly in line with any looter shooter based persistent game. But it looks more daunting to the player, and when it's not implemented in a way that can help you cleanly decide what's better in the moment and how that should all work together, that's when a player's going to go, you know what? I'm out.
It's funny because since this news came out this week, which we'll later. In a
I think
minute.
we go into it
because I was
right
gonna
now,
I was gonna actually bring it back to you, but it's funny. This game has literally not been in my mind at all until their thing this week.
I never played a single, even the first expansion I didn't touch.
Yeah, I didn't either.
The raid got delayed, and everyone
it got
was like,
delayed,
meh.
and as soon as that happened, I was like, I guess I'm uninstalling this because I have no urge to play it. But I was gonna bring it back around to you and be like, so, well, how was your experience the past couple days? It's been a whole year since we've touched it.
It's been fantastic because the game always plays fantastically.
Yeah,
the music is great. The
cover
shooting
system
is
is
great.
amazing. I
Cover
love
system
it.
is fun. The feedback of what you're shooting is great. This is not to side tangent too hard into Anthem, but one of my problems with Anthem is player feedback. I think they do it very, very poorly as it exists right now. Like I never know what's going on, what I'm doing, who am I attacking, where are attacks coming from. Division's feedback, very, very, very on point. A 1-to-1 representation of Washington, D.C. for the areas that they designate for the game.
Very cool.
It's so much fun to be in that world. The world's vibrant and living and always something to do. I called it, I think on my game of the year episode that we did, I think I called it the best single player experience that's wrapped in like a multiplayer game that I enjoyed.
For sure. Yeah.
Because for what the game is at its core, it still feels great. And it's fun going through with Nimbus because Nimbus is, like I mentioned, he's new. He's playing his missions for the first time. So it's cool to like see it through his eyes and go revisit the story.
Hey, if you guys are playing tomorrow, I will hop in with you.
Yeah, now you know how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's why I'm replaying Fallout.
I'm pretty sure we have actually plans to play tomorrow. So
then guess what? I'm coming in.
hell yeah,
Hell yeah,
dude. But yeah, this was spurned by the news of the Division 2 Warlords of New York getting a release date, and this is an expansion to the Division 2. That people are calling the equivalent of Destiny's The Taken King. And The Taken King was...
That was the big revamp, the redo.
Story revamp.
Destiny's a lot, even mechanics, all kinds of mechanics.
Yeah, all kinds of mechanics.
Destiny's, essentially after their first year, for year 2, they put out an expansion that essentially got everyone real excited about the game again. Changed a lot of the problems that people had with
what did I do, a 12-hour stream?
The similar problems. Oh, you and Locke were. I came over on my lunch break and was chilling with you guys playing the game.
We did like a 12-hour.
They revamped, endgame and loot and UI, all the things that we've heard the Division is going to be fixing. They've specifically called out things like endgame progression,
and they're calling it Loot 2.0.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Player retainability, the loot systems, and people are calling the Taken King joke is all over Twitter. This is going to be their Taken King,
and I'm hoping and they said
which would be great. Yeah,
and I watched their state of the game stream today where they were answering post questions about this announcement yesterday, and they were talking about look, the loot update will be available for everyone. It's getting pushed out all game wide, with or without the expansion purchase. Correct. The expansion purchase, however, brings you back to New York, which is, I don't know if I find that's funny to me almost, because I always look back on Division 1, even in 1.0, right, the first version. I loved that environment. That was half the game to me.
I think the Division, when it came out, was such a cool concept that hit close to home because of how real the scenario was, that it became synonymous with New York. There were such iconic moments in the game being in New York, and of course they replicated the city so well. New York was too big to be 1-to-1, but it was 85% there. It was the best recreation of the city, probably since Spider-Man.
You're saying if you bought
at this point now, but obviously before that.
You get this if you bought Season Pass.
No, this is new. This will be the next expansion.
So
of the game.
what Trip bought last year was the Year 1 pass. Year 1's over.
Which
that's come out.
Funny story about that, Felix. I didn't have to give them any more money to play that content, but what my extra $40 did was give me early access to that a week before everyone else. So as a content creator, I was like, wow, this is a great investment because I can get the game early and everyone can be watching me, which was $40 literally down the drain because nobody played the game after the first 2 weeks.
God, it feels bad, man.
It's whatever. It's a write-off.
That's nice.
Yeah. So if I don't have access to this, there's no way I'm pulling.
It's $30. That's okay.
It's really funny with this because there's more. I was gonna say there's more Taken King parallels than just the revamp.
Or they're doing a Forsaken, the bows.
The bows are here. But it's also like a revenge story. Kind of. That's
going after Aaron Keener.
Which was a former Division agent.
He was like the antagonist from the first game.
And then in Destiny, the Taken King, the big bad is Oryx, and you killed his son Crota in one of the raids during Year 1. So the revenge plots are there, and it's really, really funny to have all these parallels.
See, I'm bringing up shots of their infinite progression system. So this is like
We just let this roll as we.
So this is like a Diablo 3 thing. So you know in Diablo 3 you hit the level cap.
I don't, but
Yeah. So you hit the level cap, but you keep leveling up Paragon levels. That's what they're called. And those are other alternate stats that you throw into your character, right? You can allocate them any which way. So Division's doing something like that. So you're continuing to level up and throwing like reload speed on there, you're throwing reload, things like that you can think of. And I want to bring up the loot screen here and talk about that for a minute. Let's see when they bring that up.
Yeah, I haven't seen this specific the gameplay overview kind of thing, but in the current iteration of the Division 2, like we were talking about, these things have different kinds of skills, or I don't even know what to really call it, but there's like 3 different shapes and 3 different colors. There's like a pink shield, there's a blue thing, there's a yellow square, and weapons or armor will have perks.
It's like tech and area skill.
Right.
Yeah, it's the blue. Yeah, there's like it's like the tech, the armor, and the
without
red
going
is like assault.
without going too deep into the weeds here, you essentially have perks that require you to have certain levels of these skills built up to have the perk unlocked. So that's
They're
part
changing that, I think.
That's what I hope was changing, because that's the confusing part, because you can't use perks unless your overall all of your armor is built up to the right percentage, but that might lock out a different perk trying to make that perk active, and it wasn't a very synergistic system as you're picking up loot all over.
Yeah, so this time around, I believe you're literally just contributing to the talent. So the talent will actually be improved as you level up those perks. So it won't be deactivated.
Yeah,
You'll just have it.
This spurred this question, because now they're actually showing you, like, it's got the blue and then the yellow, and it just says like plus 1.9%, plus 1.9%.
Yeah, but now it doesn't contribute. Like, you don't need to have that much to unlock. That'll just contribute to your hazard protection, right? That's what they're going for.
Got it.
And what you're seeing now is, what we're looking at is, instead of hoarding gear that has these useful perks, you extract it from the gear and destroy the gear.
Oh,
so
thank God.
Bye holding millions of pieces of gear. I can just keep your perk in my book of perks, right? That's what you want.
Apply the perks.
It's funny.
The gear that you want.
It's funny. I know I'm forever talking about Destiny, and this will not change as long as our podcast goes.
It's a successful one of these
podcast
games.
started talking about Destiny.
It's going to happen, right?
What Destiny has just done with Shadowkeep, which came out in September of 2019, this past September, they let you mod each piece of your gear specifically. So you can add and remove mods whenever you want. You get your gear, and the gear is blank. The gear just has energy, and you fill the energy up with whatever mods you want, as long as you have the mods unlocked. It's endlessly customizable, endlessly, and it sounds like kind of what they're doing here.
Yeah, they want you to be able to make the build that you want to be.
So you get maybe something cool. You get a cool, let's call it a mod just for ease of understanding. You get a cool mod on a piece of gear, take the mod off the gear, and then you can put that on whatever else you want.
Yeah, the more in your important set.
Yeah, it makes it easier, and it makes it more engaging for a player to test around with builds, because you're not worried about losing or having to use a certain piece.
Absolutely, and I think that's going to be really key to having fun again for me, at least for me personally.
Yeah.
Looks like they're bringing back the sticky bomb. That's nice to see. Don't know why they took it out in the first place. That was a fun thing. That was a.
What was that in Division 1?
In Division 1, yeah, and they removed it when they showed the new skills off. And
is it removing when you just make a new game and then not
just
put
not
it in?
include it?
Is that removing it?
Yeah. I'd say that's
it just wasn't there.
Oh, look, we're putting it back in the $30 expansion. That's kind of like, oh well, I had that in 2015.
But you're
sons
implying,
of bitches.
Neo, that there was a switch in this game that you could just flip on, because it was there the whole time.
Oh, I'm not suggesting that.
Okay.
I would never.
He is suggesting that.
There could have been. There could have been.
Or am I?
There could have been.
Or am I?
It's not.
It was in. You already downloaded it. It was in your. It was in the build that you downloaded.
No, we're not Street Fighter 4ing this or whatever. Yeah. Capcom game did that back in the day. Yeah, they did that. They did that actually, but it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
A lot of companies fucking do that.
But what I'm saying is they made the game and they were like, well, we won't have the sticky bomb now.
I guarantee you.
But now, like, we're putting it back in. Yay, you're getting it back.
I guarantee
okay, you guys,
my
good
Mortal
job,
Kombat 11 fucking pack installed every extra character that I'm gonna download.
Definitely. Yep.
Like, I guarantee you.
Yep. But long story short, I'm very excited for March, and
and look, they're adding seasons. They're like every game is doing now. They're doing that whole thing.
I'm even happier Cyberpunk got pushed back at this point.
I mean, this is in March. We have nothing else in March, right?
Oh, God, are you kidding me, dude?
Is that the month?
March is Resident Evil, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and now this on top of that. And probably a new Destiny season. No, definitely a new Destiny season.
My April is
But
swamped.
Well, I'm
My
okay,
April is
without
swamped.
Destiny. But
we'll make it work.
I
We'll
got a
make it work.
swamped April.
Swamped April.
Yeah.
What's your April?
Fallout.
Oh,
Wastelanders.
right.
no,
right,
wait.
right.
March is clear, dude. April is Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm big dumb,
Resident Evil
dude.
3 is April
Yeah,
3,
dude.
April 3rd.
that's the start of the month. And the end is of the month. Yeah, and the next week is Final Fantasy 7. We're good.
That's actually fire, dude. Wow.
So
All right.
you got March. We got March to
Fully
fuck
in.
around.
I'm fully
And
in.
you know what? If we got our crew together, if we get the EG community in line, I think we could do a raid.
They killed our clan. The clans. I had to remake the clan when I hopped back in 2 days ago.
We had like a high clan level.
They said it was gone. They said, well, your clan's been deleted. I don't know, maybe no one played and they like auto cleaned it, which seems aggressive to me, but they killed our clan. Ubisoft killed our clan.
How could they?
I swear to
How
God,
could they?
listeners, I didn't tell him this beforehand. This is an actual reaction.
I'm
He's
just
very distressed by this.
It was like a level 40
We had
clan
a
or
lot
whatever.
of people that were active in there, man. We had a lot of people.
Yeah.
At least,
I
again,
mean,
a year ago.
the game died a month later, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's understandable, but I've never seen a game reach in and like just delete a clan. Usually people can just sit on a clan for years.
We've had to log in like once a month, I guess.
There's one person who has Clan Emergent. The name Clan Emergent.
So did you
for-
just make
for
Emergent Gamer?
Destiny?
Like, is that what you did? The Emergent Gamer?
No, I'm talking about for Destiny. Someone
Oh,
has
yeah.
Emergent, and I want Emergent, and there's literally one person who hasn't signed in since like
So
2017.
So you remade the clan?
I just made it's Emergent Agents again. I popped it in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I made the same thing, but just like
It's a good name. It's a
I
good
had
name.
to start from scratch, man. I was bummed about it.
All right, look, I'm gonna need an invite. We're gonna fucking do this,
We're
dude.
gonna set it back up again for sure.
But yeah, looks cool. We're going back to New York.
Going back.
They're doing it. I'm not.
Yeah. I don't know yet.
You've got a PC right there, dude.
I might.
He said nah, but he's thinking.
No.
This.
I'm not thinking.
This nah is different than the Destiny nah.
No, because that is exactly the style of game that I just remarked, a co-op game that I remarked I don't want to play anymore.
You can give people stuff in the Division.
I could drop guns for people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
unless they change something.
Oh, no. My point is that I'm not playing with anyone other than... No. Oh, you're saying
But
play
he's
on
saying
the
play on
PC.
PC.
Come on, guys. Come on.
But all right, hey,
You don't have to mouse
Felix,
and keyboard. Use a
side.
controller.
Yeah, you can use a controller.
I didn't
But
buy it on that. I would have to buy the whole fucking game over.
We'll
Side
discuss
ta-
after.
Wait,
the
wait.
no, actually, is
It's
it available?
$3 right now.
Division's
First off,
$4.
$4.
I don't
want
want to tell you. It's literally
All right.
$4.
Division
2
2 is $4.
in preparation for this expansion. Yes,
on any platform.
$30.
Don't say this.
Now,
I
Felix,
want listeners to know. The listeners.
I need to point something out as well.
Yeah, let me just real quick.
Go ahead.
Anyone out there, you can literally spend $12 and own this game on any platform, all at the same time.
Actually, to be honest with you, Neo, I need to be doing this, right?
Doing what? We're looking at the features right now.
I'm saying this setup that you did here in order to be able to like live stream, right?
No, I'm gonna take this cable back when we're done.
No, but I need to be doing this when I'm live in order to like
Oh,
be playing a game. Say he has 2 monitors. This is what I need, right?
you.
My problem
I see what he's
of
saying. 'Cause
not knowing.
this is his streaming computer as well.
So I'm,
If you're saying if we do this, you would need this.
yeah, like
Yes.
I would need to have it be
Yes.
set up this way
Yes.
in order to the live stream
Yes.
and play Division 2 on that PC.
Yes, there would need to be
Mhm.
changes to your setup.
Cool.
yeah.
Slightly, yeah. But here's the thing, Felix. I just wanted to point out that at times you are very quick to just like jump on a pre-order of a thing,
Yeah.
just like really fast. We don't know, never seen the gameplay yet. We've never seen this. And you're like, yeah, I'm fucking there day one.
Yeah. But I'm not like that. with
Not like this.
No.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure.
Not with these style of games. I mean, I'm just getting.
We like peer pressuring you.
I know.
We really do.
We do.
But it's only because we.
Well,
love
I
you.
enjoy playing with you guys. You enjoy playing with me. I mean,
Yeah,
It was fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
So.
It would be a fun time.